I did NoFap for over 6 weeks now, and I will tell you in this video all the benefits and maybe the negative sides that I experienced with NoFap, especially for athletes or people who do a lot of sporting activities and just benefits in that realm. And I believe there's so many videos online where people act and talk like they are a new human being now and they're now Dan Bilzerian, and I will show you how it really is and what really are the benefits of NoFap. Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Assalamu alaikum Malada.
Since I am an MMA channel, I will try to make this as MMA related as possible with my examples, but you can always translate that to any other sporting activity, sport, whatever. I think everybody knows what NoFap is, but for those who don't know, it just basically means, there's more to it, but it basically means no masturbation and no corn, right? And there are some kind of discussions if you're allowed to have real sex, real sexual interactions, and I will tell you how I did it in a minute. So why is that people even do that? Why are people saying it changed their lives and everything, and why did I start to do it? Nowadays, we young men have oftentimes a big problem with corn and masturbation related to that, right? Most of young men that I know around my age or younger have the problem that they grew up with corn and watched it all the time, and now it's so easy to just jerk off to some corn where two other people actually have sexual interactions while you just watch them, which is kind of pathetic from my view that I have now, which I gained through those experiences in this 6 weeks. I think it's kind of pathetic now to watch other people having sex and you watch them having that and you jerk off to it. Just think about it. But the problem is, and if you're a man, you probably experienced that after you did it, you oftentimes feel a big low. And that is especially because your dopamine level rushes up like crazy when you watch corn and masturbate to it. And when it's all over, it drops below baseline, which is so unhealthy. And this is also related to the hormone called prolactin, which increases dramatically while watching corn and jerking off to it. And this makes the dopamine and the testosterone level blunt down for a long period of time, which is obviously not good for you, right? I think it's quite obvious. So how did I do it exactly? What was my schedule? So I'm over 6 weeks in now, I'm still in. I still did not do the fapping part. Some people are worrying that if they have a real sexual interaction that will stop the progress from the NoFap thing. No, it honestly doesn't from my experience. It honestly doesn't. Because real sexual interactions are completely healthy, and I think even important that you have them as often as possible, or just at least every now and then, you know what I mean, depending on how good your risk game is, you know what I mean, but I try to limit it for the first 4 weeks 100%. So how did I experience all those benefits that everybody talks about with the increased testosterone, this and that? I have to tell you first, I did not do a testosterone test at the beginning, at the end, or right now, so I can't tell you if I actually have increased testosterone, but what I can tell you 100% is the first big problem that you face is mentally. And that's a big step forward that you make if you consistently stay on the path of not doing anything in terms of corn or masturbation. So you automatically get more disciplined, because if you say something to yourself, you say, I will not do that for the next, let's say 4 weeks, and you actually do not do that, even though the urge is there every single day, and it is there every single day, especially at the beginning. It kind of fades away after some time, but especially beginning, the urge is always there. So if you stay away from that urge and say, hey, look, the urge is here, but I'm still gonna fight through, that will help you a lot on the mat, for example, MMA. When you are in a choke or something, that's just a very specific thing now, but if you're in a choke or something, I feel like I got mentally tougher in terms of I try everything to fight out of. If I'm tired, I don't just quit just because it's easy to quit. Because you develop that mentality of, yeah, I can just quit what's so bad about it? Because you can just quit, watch core and mastery. What's so bad about it? Okay, now I did it, blah, blah, blah. No, you develop and you strengthen your mental toughness. That's 100% true. I experienced that 100%. You get mentally tougher. And I also feel like your confidence gets up just because I literally feel like you can feel the testosterone growing in your body. Maybe that's placebo, but I talked with a lot of friends that also tried this for some time. And they even said, and I felt that as well, that you get kind of aggressive sometimes. And that's definitely a sign of increased testosterone. Like you feel like you have so much energy in your body. You feel so energetic after some time because your body is so used to that the dopamine crash all the time and just all that nonsense. I literally feel like you get so much energy, which also helps you a lot in working out a lot, in working or on your hustle, whatever it is. You are just so much more productive because you have much more energy. And yeah, you can still get more aggressive as well, which would obviously not be positive, but that just translates in the more energy thing. And it also schools your mind to earn your reward, to earn your success. Because if you just, every time you feel like, I'm kind of horny right now, I just pull out my phone, watch 2 other people do that, and just jerk off to it and blah, blah. You have a reward without any effort. And that's such a bad teaching for your brain. And that's what I mean when I say that the NoFap thing is especially good for your brain. You teach your brain to be tough, to earn whatever you want, to not just get it because it's so easy accessible nowadays. Nowadays, everything is so easy accessible, and it teaches your brain to earn your stuff, which makes everything you get much more valuable because you earned it. And that's so important for any athlete, for anybody who, I don't know, studies, hustles, whatever. That's so important that you train your mind that you have to earn your rewards. And that's a very important point that I feel like NoFap really helps installing in your brain. And now the physical parts of the NoFap. Maybe I gained some more muscles. It's always hard to say if I would have gained the same amount of muscles without the NoFap, because obviously if you have increased testosterone, your muscle growth and everything is a little bit enhanced. What I felt is my recovery. I did not really see that I sleep much better, which some people say. I at least did not feel that. But what I felt is I recover faster. I feel like when I had a hard training session, I am not completely dead and sore the next day. I think in those 6 weeks now that I did this challenge, I never trained so much in my life. I train at least 6 times until like 9 times per week, between 6 and 9 times per week. I used to train like 4 times a week. Now I train 6 to 9 times a week. So that means 1 or 2 days a week I train 2 times, you know what I mean? While for some people that's completely normal, of course, if you're a professional UFC fighter and stuff, but it helps your recovery a lot, I feel like, and your motivation to go into the gym, to hustle. You also have more time during the day because that shit is time consuming. So it's just, it's so good for your mental, it's so good for your physical as well. As I said, for me, I feel like the recovery is enhanced. I feel like you are stronger because of all that energy that you get. I don't think it's like if you inject testosterone and you can just lift so much more weight and you gain like crazy more muscles. No, it's not like that. It's not a magic formula to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's not the case. Don't ever think that. But what it does is you have much more energy to train. Maybe you train 1 hour before, now you train 1.5 hours. Maybe you train once a day before, now you can train 2 times a day. I feel like it gives you much more energy, which then works into your intensity and the volume of your workout. So overall, would I recommend you to try NoFap? I think everyone, no exception, should do that, period. One thing, the most important thing is stop watching porn. Trust me, it will clear your mind. Trust me when I tell you this. Trust me, guys. It will clear your mind. I don't think the fapping part is that bad. I don't think it's bad if you fap and however you do it, I don't know, with just your imagination or whatever, however you do it. I don't think that's that bad if you keep it in moderation, if you don't do it like twice per week or something. I think like once per month or something. That's not that bad. But we could have a whole nother discussion for an hour how bad it has an impact on your sexual relationships with women and stuff if you just jerk off all the time, watch porn all the time. But that's a whole nother discussion. There are thousands of videos out there for that. But I honestly do believe NoFap is the best thing you can do. That's why I still continue to do that. I've literally at the moment, I have no kind of desire to watch any porn or anything anymore. I just feel disgusted even thinking about me doing that. And that's also related to the mental clarity you get with this NoFap that I talked about, the mental clarity. So I will tell you, please, if you love yourself, try it out and don't stop. Stay mentally freaking tough, guys. It's not as hard as you might think, especially if you're an athlete. You will have increased performances. I'm 100% sure about this. If you have any questions, write it in the comments, guys. I would be pleased to answer those. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content and to help me. I would appreciate that. And until the next one, make sure to get your sleep in and stay healthy, guys. And don't fap. Until the next one, bye-bye. Bloodsport out.